Good morning, groovy citizens, and happy Friday. Y'all, it is Friday, and that means it's the end of the week. So I am praying that you all have a wonderful day on purpose. Now, my day started out just a little off key, but you know what? It's going to get better because I'm going to tell you a little secret. I wake up every day and I say, Lord, no matter what happens today, it's going to be a great day anyhow. And I want you all to have that same mindset. So let me tell you real quick what happened, and we're going to jump into our topic because my time is a little short today. I woke up and my sister told me, she said, you had a seizure, right? I said, I did? When? She said, early this morning. I said, what time was it? She said, it was about 4 o'clock. And I said, you sure? She said, yeah. I said, well, how did you know? Because I tend to, when I do have them, I typically sleep. And she said, well, I heard you making this noise like you, I think it sounds like you're gasping for air or something. She said, and then when I came in to check on you, she said your whole body was just really stiff. And so I just rolled you on your side. And then after you were able to calm down, I got you I just propped your head up on my knee and got a wash rag to just, put it on my head. And so I said, well, thank you so much, because I didn't know. Now, I knew something was off when I got up this morning because my legs feel like they weigh a ton. And I kind of felt a little off, not really, but just a little bit. So it is what it is. And I'll tell you something else in case you don't know this. Sometimes when you have a seizure, you tend to bite your tongue. And I've done that where, it was really sore. Now, it's just a little bit sore in the back right here. So, that tells me that it wasn't a major, kind of seizure. It was a mild one. And so I'm thankful for that. But you know what? God is good anyhow. Now, let's jump into our topic for today. Today's topic is, I am what I choose to become. I'm going to say that a little bit louder because somebody missed it. I am what I choose to become. So this quote I'm going to share with you, excuse me, all my sinuses are draining, is an unknown quote. And it simply says, your body is your unconscious mind in a sense. If you're sitting down and you start thinking about some future worst case scenario that you're conjuring up in your mind, and you begin to feel the emotion of that event, your body doesn't know the difference between the event that's taking place in your mind, the outer world, and what you're creating by emotional thought alone. So most people, then they're constantly reaffirming their emotional state. So when it comes time to give up that emotion, they can say, I really want to do it, but really the body is stronger than the mind because it's been conditioned that way. So the servant now has become the master, and the person, all of a sudden, once they step into that unknown, they'd rather feel guilt and suffering because at least they can predict it. So being in the unknown is a scary place for most people because the unknown is uncertain. Come on, somebody. People say to me, well, I can't predict my future. I'm in the unknown. And I always say the best way to predict your future is to create it. Not from the known, but from the unknown. Y'all, I'm going to put all this in the description box. So what thoughts do you want to fire and wind in your brain? What behaviors do you want to demonstrate in one day? The act of rehearsing, the mentally closing your eyes and rehearsing the action. Like I said, this quote was unknown, but I'm not sure who was talking in this video I was watching, but I wanted to share that. So how do you decide to become more? Well, I wrote down 5 things. Number 1, I said, decide what you want. That is the key. Like I said, that is, what did I just say? That is the key. Like I said, you are what you choose to become. So you have to decide what you want. I can't decide that for you. Your spouse can't, your siblings can't, your family can't, the world can't. You have to decide that for yourself. Number 2, I said, write out your vision and make it plain. Come on, somebody. Y'all know that comes from the book of Habakkuk. Write the vision and make it plain. You have to write it out. I tell you all the time, get in your journals. Write down your goals. Create whatever it is that you want. You put it on paper, and then you decide, make up in your mind that you're going to make that thing happen, and you do what it takes to make that thing happen. You don't let anything or anybody get in your way. Now, there will be some setbacks because that's just life. But you've got to keep pushing forward. Number 3, I said, figure out why you're procrastinating. So let me tell you something. When we procrastinate on things and somebody asks you why, and you say you don't know, that's a tell. That is a whole lie. You know why. If I'm procrastinating on something, I know why. I may not want to share that with anybody, but you know why. So you've got to figure out, why are you procrastinating? Why are you putting off doing whatever it is that you know you need to be doing? Because that thing is going to take you to the next level. But until you do it, you're going to stay on the ground floor. You're not going to get up to the 10th floor because you keep procrastinating. Number 4, I said, stay away from negative people. I tell y'all this all the time. You've got to get the negative people out of your life. Stay away from them. They mean you no good, and they're not going to help you get to where you need to be. And number 5, I said, no matter what, don't you ever give up. Like I said, setbacks are inevitable, but don't you dare give up. And here's the thing. Y'all know the deal. You know my spiel. I'm never going to give up on you. I am never going to give up on you. I'm going to encourage you, and I'm going to stay with you. And sometimes I may have to ride your back because I want you to do that thing that you know that you truly want to do. And I know that you can do it. So don't you ever give up on yourself. It doesn't matter if the whole world gives up on you. It doesn't matter if the whole world doesn't believe in you. You believe in you. You tell yourself, get it up here. Get it in the heart. You tell yourself, I can do this. I will do this no matter what. See, here's the thing. You don't have to believe in me. The world doesn't have to believe in me, but Michelle believes in me. And that's all that matters. It's all that matters. Let me do a quick recap, y'all. I'm going to let you be. So today's topic was about, I am what I choose to become. And let me say this before I do my recap. You really are what you choose to become. If you choose to become a millionaire, you can be that. Now, it's going to take some work, and you're going to have to do some things to get to that level. But you can become a millionaire. If you want to become a billionaire, you can do that too. But again, you've got to put in the work. If you want to be a successful business owner, you can do that. If you want to be a great husband or great wife, you can do that. If you want to get married, you can do that. And that's going to take some work, because you got to have somebody that wants to marry you. That's a whole other subject for a whole other time. But you get what I'm saying. You can be whatever you want. I want to be a well-known motivational speaker. And I'm going to be that. You know why? Because I'm putting in the work. I'm doing what it is that I need to do to get me to that level. Every time I do a video on YouTube, it gets me exposure to people that don't know me and probably otherwise never would have met me. So I'm doing my part. And I want you all to do your part to become that which you want to become. So here's your recap. And the key takeaway is this. 2 key takeaways, and I'll give you my 5 points. I said, being in the unknown is a scary place for most people. Walk down that dark alley, not knowing what's at the other end or what's in the middle. That's scary. I don't know about you, but it is for me, because the unknown is, I don't know what's down this dark alley. But because most people, let me start a little. Being in the unknown is a scary place for most people because the unknown is uncertain. Again, you don't know what's down the end of that dark alley. That uncertainty is what scares you. But sometimes you have to do it anyway. And then I said, the best way to predict your future is to create it. That's the best way to predict your future, is to create it. Not from the known, come on now, but from the unknown. Here are your 5 points. I said, in order to decide to become more, number one, you've got to decide what you want. And do you know how many times people say to me, well, Michelle, I don't even know what I want. Well, how can I know if you don't know? That means you need to sit down and do some soul searching, because you've got to figure out what is it that you want, because nobody knows but you. I can't tell you what you want out of life because I don't know. But you know. Number 2, I said, write out your vision and make it plain. Sometimes you may have to go and write that scripture down in the book of Habakkuk, and you put it where you can see it every single day, every day that you decide that, you know what, I think I'm going to skip my dream today. You read that thing and let it ignite and invigorate you to keep doing what you need to do. Number 3, I said, figure out why you're procrastinating. Only you know that. And you know why you're doing it. So figure it out and then cut it out. Number 4, I said, stay away from negative people. I don't keep negative people around me because I can't stand it. It's draining. It drains my energy. So keep those negative people away from you, because they probably have always been negative and they always will be negative. And then lastly, number 5, I said, no matter what, never, ever give up. Don't ever give up, no matter what it looks like, no matter what it feels like, no matter what somebody told you, what somebody thinks about you, what they don't think about you. Don't you ever give up. And I mean ever, never. So you guys, that's it. And I just want to say, go out there, have an amazing day on purpose, and get to your dreams. Become all that you want to become, because you can do it. I believe in you. If you're new to watching my videos, I want to say welcome. Thank you for joining me. If this is not your first rodeo, I want to say welcome back. So glad to have you here again. Love you all, and we will talk again tomorrow.